Hello. Let's make a painting. All right, let's make a painting. You know what? The last time I tried that, and I will just flip the page with the front side on the bottom and let it take a little bit of water, and then barely put any water on the top. I think it's turning out better, so we will see about that. All right, let's go with it. Brown. And also it's give me ideas when I see different marks. All right, and then green. Oh, we'll see what is that going to. I think I have a general idea. I think it's going to be close up, rocky with some kind of trees or grass or something. But we will see about that. I will not even bother to clean my brush. I will just go. The sky. I want the sky to be very monotone, very one color. And you will see why. I will remove some of it, of course. But I want to start it with this way. So first I'm going to do the rocks. It's some kind of, so it's going to be close up. It's not going to be something too crazy. There we go. Now I want to start with this first. And the reason I'm starting with this first is I want to use kind of dry on dry technique on this front. And you see I play around a little bit. Okay, now, second, I want to moisten I take some water and remove some of the paint. We just put it. Now, the sky need to be semi-moist, not dry, but not too wet. So you still can be able to remove some of the paint. And that's going to give us opportunity to make fluffy clouds. And I love fluffy clouds. Fluffy clouds is one of my all time. I love rocks, but fluffy clouds are fluffy, and they're clouds. But let's go with them. So now we're pretty much removing paint. Every time I'm removing paint, I clean my brush, and I want. That's because I want to have a be able to remove stuff. To be able to remove very sufficient the paint. And clean the brush again. Okay. There we go, one fluffy cloud here, one fluffy cloud here, and here. And just to create some kind of texture in the sky. Okay, good enough. Too much bristles. I like this brush, but man, it's leaving a lot of bristles now. Take the palette knife. Now, we have a choice here. I can either make a mountains on the background, green hills, or I can make tall grass. Originally, I was thinking to make a tall grass. But here's the thing. I really like this. And this looks like a tree. So, you know what? I'm going to expand. The light is coming from the top right corner. I guess the sun is pretty high. So middle of the day, I'm assuming. Get more green, get a little bit darker green. Put it here and here. There you go. So we have this trees all the way on the back. I will need a little bit more green. The reason for that is I want to have a very nice contrast, and I'm using almost a dry brush. I will play a little bit after second with all this paint that I'm putting, but right now I want to show up the the profile of this rocks here that is close to us. So this is going to be our foreground, of course. And I want to show up because this is our main character. The island, I think is island. The island on the back is, or maybe it's not island, who knows. But the island on the back is very supportive to the main character, which one is, of course, the rocks on the foreground. Almost dry brush. My brush is almost dry. Here, I don't want to be too specific, and I will just put a bunch of marks. There you go. A little bit of water, a little bit of water. Now, I will take some blue and some yellow and dark yellow and some green. And we're gonna start making our marks for, there you go. This is too green. That's better. Dry on dry, so we can have this nice effect. This mountains. There we go. Now I'm gonna take a black gouache. I'm gonna take black gouache. I gotta be careful with this thing. This thing doesn't go like the watercolor, so just take it easy with it. Okay, dry on dry, of course. Put a lot of it on my brush and start making the mountains. And of course, our mountains is going to have this very dark marks on them. Look at this. Now, of course, here the strokes are going to be faster, and so because we want to have a bigger texture. And of course, here is going to be the road, barely touching. And here is going to be my connection with the midground and the foreground, because I'm going to unite them. There. Okay, clean up. And the last thing I want to do is, first, I need a couple of textures on the trees. And I'm simply gonna remove some of the paint. Where is the dark side? I will just touch it a couple of times, so I can break the monotonous here. Because we have busy, less busy, and then very calm down. So we want to break that here a little bit. Okay. Palette knife. Some marks. And what I'm doing here, you already know, I'm pretty sure. I'm scrubbing the paper so I can have a nice texture. Not too much, because this one is a heavy texture, and then here is less, and you already see it. Like I said, very busy with texture, with color, with intensity of the color, then less busy, and then of course in the end is the sky. One thing, because here is very empty, I will take black gouache and I will put a bunch of, I guess after all is island. I will put a bunch of birds. I will put a bunch of, and when I say a bunch of birds, I mean I really mean like a couple of dots. That's all I do. I call it a birds, but you know, it's dots. We all know it's a dots. Now, I was not sure if I want an island or not, and now I'm for sure I want island. I will take a lot of water, and I will give the reference here. There we go. And that's gonna be our friend from the sky, which one is blue, and is gonna be the connection with the background, with the foreground. So everything is united. A couple of dark spots here and there. It's water after all. There we go. A couple more. Little waves. And there we go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.